What's up, Daddy-O? America, you know? Alright. Gonna make new video for the notification squad. No one else can watch it, dude. Especially if you live in Mexico like a faggot. Only faggots go to Mexico, am I right, boys? And only faggots live with their aunt. And only faggots have a racist mom. That's all I got. That's literally all I got. Yeah. I know there's only one member of my notification squad. And he's a filthy weeb, dude. You see, there's this character from My Hero Academia named Dabby, right? This boy on his dick 24/7. Not Dabby, dude. Dabby doesn't matter. He doesn't care about Dabby that much. He just wants Dabby to be end of our son so hard. I do too. But he has blue flames. Explain that. Checkmate. Easy. It's easy. It's easy. There's no other explanation, dog. His flames are blue. End of ours are red. You can't out-explain that. The person he's fucking obsessed with is Hawks, dude. Holy shit. This guy, okay, I get it. He's carefree. He likes those carefree and side characters, they just they get the job done, but they really don't care about their job as much as anyone else. They actually have no interest in it in that degree. But yeah, I can get that. But Hawks just acts like an asshole in his reveal. Yeah, Manga spoilers. He's just an arrogant prick about everything. I don't know. He just as soon as the way he handles meeting with Endeavor, on the stage when he realizes that Endeavor's #1 hero, he starts talking down to him oh, the only thing that matters is popularity and all that, and it doesn't really matter what you do. It seems kind of contradictory to what a hero's even supposed to do. To criticize Endeavor on how much work he does, rather than him actually not being that good of a hero, or how he, is an asshole. Those would be good points, but he just seems to just insult the way his presence on the fucking stage. Everyone else doesn't like you, so ye mum gay. That's what I thought. He gets better. In this arc, he kind of saves Hawks by crippling himself. He saves Endeavor. Hawks saves Endeavor by crippling himself, basically. And that was really heartwarming. I thought, he just being a true hero at the last moment. He's like, all right. He seemed like he didn't like Endeavor this whole time. Then he started having banter with him. They're gonna work together to get rid of the nomus in the area or whatever. And then this nomu comes over, fucking cripples both of them, and then guess who fucking shows up, dog? I'm not gonna tell you. But the arc is really good. Because I know a little boy in the audience. He's in Mexico City right now. Ooh. He hasn't read it. So I'm not going to tell him. But he obviously knows because, the other boy that is in the notification squad, he's been screaming his name, though. And I also kind of fucking slipped his name also. But that's okay. We don't do second takes. Because I'm a professional. We only one takes, dude. See the American flag in the background? I have a background. And I have to have this fucking big ass light on. So it's quality shit, Carlos as my other. Oh fuck! I doxed him. I just doxed my other friend. I just said his first name. That's fine. So yeah, Carlos. I said it again. He's he doesn't read shit, dude. He reads One Piece. It was nice, but he doesn't talk about it. I guess that's fine, you know? He just actually enjoys the series, unlike me. Fucking overanalyzes everything, dude. Ships everyone. Dude, that's just how it is. That's how I view shit, dude. Right now I'm watching Cowboy Bebop. It's the most chill shit ever. And I just like, you know, it's nothing to overanalyze. So automatically shit. No, it's actually good. It's like a, I don't know how to describe. It's like Futurama almost. It's really good. Obviously, the character dynamics are completely different. Futurama has an original character dynamic, I think, with all the characters they have. But Cowboy Bebop, it has a very similar style, and I think it might be one of the first in its genre. It even says itself that it's going to make itself a genre, and it's called Cowboy Bebop. And one of the fucking, you know, I don't know, those breaks, you know? Fucking iDubbbz made fun of Leafy for making them like 20 seconds long. Oh, no, 8 seconds long. Whatever. Doesn't fucking matter. They were way too long, is what the fucking thing was. Yeah, like, I just started making this video for no reason. I am actually talking about nothing. But I was interested, you know. My friend in the notification squad, fucking say his name, dude. It's just Ethan. I doxed you, Ethan. Who fucking cares? You said this is your favorite arc. Honestly, Boku no Hero is weird. My Hero Academia. Because, like, the arcs, I can't really pinpoint a favorite arc. I just have, like, favorite moments, dude. Because there's a lot of, like, dumb shit in between. And that goes for every series, really. I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot of downtime. Which is why I think overall kind of sucked. Because there's too many fucking people we didn't care about in that arc. It was really bad. But the core parts of it were really interesting, you know? I like the mafioso aspect of overhaul and that shit, you know? And how Shigaraki reacts to him, you know? Just absolute hatred. Just like, as soon as they meet and he tries to get Shigaraki and gang to join Overhaul, like in the Mafia, like under him, he just says, "Get out." It's fucking... Ooh. Too bad that one guy that no one gives a shit died to Overhaul, because his power was extremely overpowered. But yeah. I still think, you know, the latest animated arc, you know, All for One vs. All Might was probably the best still. It didn't have my favorite moments in that I really didn't care that much about how the fight went over, but I did overall, it's like in an entire arc, it had the most interesting parts, and of course that fight was badass. We're all gonna fucking say that. Like, I think it's gonna be outshined by things that are gonna happen later, because honestly, All Might doesn't really interest me that much. Neither does All for One. Like, he doesn't. They're not interesting characters to me. All Might he's a good character. Like, he's built well, but he's only like a tool for the plot, in my opinion. He's not really like something I'm deeply invested in. Like, see, if we were to go down to All Might dying or Bakugo dying, let's say, I would fucking murder All Might 3 times before I would even consider Bakugo dying and being happy with it. If you could not tell, I love Explodey Man. Explodey Man. Explodey Man is fucking my favorite man, dude. What is his name again? It's something fucking badass, isn't it? It's fuck. Something Impact. I don't remember. His best move is Howitzer Impact. So wait, no. Then his hero name's not something Impact, is it? It's Ground Zero, isn't it? Yeah, it's Ground Zero. It was gonna be Explodey. It's gonna be Lord Explosion Murderer. No, it was just Lord Explosion Murder. Like just murder. It's fucking not even a name. Come on, Bakugo. Like you could think of a better name, man. Like I know you're like you're a genius. You're fucking like number 5 in class in intelligence. You outshine a lot of people, and just like out of nowhere, people just like think you're retarded, and then you just do that stuff. But come on, you can get more creative than that. Fuck. And then there's anyway. That's my favorite character. All Might don't really give a shit about. And there's gonna be more interesting pro heroes that are gonna be shown in this arc, Ethan, that you really want to see. You really want to see Hawks. I'm not interested in him yet. I know he did some selfless acts. He's an interesting character. But he's not that way for me, you know? Like, if he were to die, I think it would be way too soon for me to even care about him. But he's growing on me. But Endeavor, I think it's almost Death Flag like how much he's grown in so quickly. Like, he's like, I've made all these mistakes, and I'm finally going to redeem myself and become an actual hero. And then guess who shows up? It's Davi. Oh shit! Fuck! I'm no. Oh well. Manga spoilers. Oh no. I fucking spoiled everyone. What a prank. Also, so yeah, he shows up, and like, he hates fake heroes the most. And Endeavor is the fakest hero there is. And now that he's number 1, he was just a fake hero just because he wanted to beat All Might. He's always wanted to beat All Might. Everyone gave up. He was pissed. He wanted to climb the ladder, but the ladder was impossible. It was fucking endless. So I can empathize with Endeavor. And the means in which he got where he was, they're unjustifiable, but I can sympathize with him, you know? Like, he did a lot of shitty things. Even Todoroki can really, really grow to love his father as his father. And it's really beautiful how they've developed his character in such a short period of time. You know, with the backstories of with the flashbacks of him, you know, struggling to beat All Might, and him just infuriated that he's number 1 hero now, and then All Might just retires just like that, and Endeavor didn't even have to do anything to get there, and he's done all this shitty stuff just to get Todoroki above All Might and for him to become number 1 hero, just so he could triumph All Might in his, you know, just to spite him, really. And, you know, by finding almost in a disgusting way, you know, like a breeding wife, you know? Finds the best quirk and just pumps babies out of her like fucking like cattle, you know? And just like ignores the kids that don't have the quirks combined like he wants it. He wants the ice to be mixed with the fire, half and half. And Todoroki's the one that finally does that. He has, I think, what was it? 4 sons, or was it? It was 4 or 3. It was 3 sons, I believe. One that we've already seen, and then of course Todoroki, Shoto Todoroki. His first name's Shoto, obviously, because Todoroki's the surname of their family. I don't know how many daughters they have. I can't seem to recall, nor give a shit, if I'm being frank. But yeah, he did all that shit. He did all of that garbage, and we all hated him in the tournament arc, and beyond. Well, not beyond, because he tried to rekindle a lot of his relationship with Shoto, but we could tell that was still just to groom him, as a hero, possibly. We couldn't really see him being just nice out of nowhere. But then as soon as he becomes number 1 hero, we can see that regret, just instantaneous regret, that he's the number 1 hero, not Shoto. And all of those things he did was for naught. And if he would have just stayed his course like he was going to, and tried to climb that ladder endlessly like he was, he would have made it eventually. Or maybe, I think that's what was his issue, why he was so frustrated. But maybe he tended to enjoy being number 2 in a way. I don't see. That's the theory that I stated before was what I think is the best answer, is just regret, because that's what the mangaka, I forgot his name, is a great mangaka because it's a really nice series, but I don't really know what he was trying. The thing that he was trying to push was that he has regret. He shows, he goes to his wife all the time in the hospital. I think that was just overall, and they just rejected him every time, or it was after he became number 1 hero. I can't seem to remember, but that's what, and he immediately seems like he's sane and realizing what he did as a person, and he's decided to, he goes to All Might for advice to how to become a symbol of peace, and All Might gives him the instructions to just act in your own accord, find that by yourself, because I found it by myself, and look where it got me. No, I don't know that. That's not really what he said, but he just said that it's better to find it yourself, which is a great message. And it's hard for him to realize what would be a good symbol of peace, because he's been such an asshole for so long. In his own conscience, he knows he's been an asshole for so long. He knows that he's not suitable to be number 1 hero himself, until All Might retired. Maybe he was scared because he's just like, well, what if I actually do become number 1 hero? How am I going to carry myself like All Might does, and in such a manner that I'm just like, I radiate peace, and freedom. And what he fails to realize is that the way he works, even though people don't see the behind the scenes, they don't see how he acts with his family, they can see how imitating he is, almost villain-like, And even though he does seem villain-like, he solves the most issues. He saves the most people. He tries his hardest. He goes all over the place, just saving people. He doesn't really do it with a smile. It doesn't seem like he's doing it for attention. He's doing it for what people could see is just to do it. But what he's really doing is to do it for work, as like a job. And that would be a great symbol of peace, there's a guy looking over us. He's not here. He's not here to hug us. He's not here to kiss babies. He's just here to get the job done. And I would love to see that dynamic. I would love to see him figure that out. But the fact that he's so quickly realizing how bad of a person he's been, and how his family around him is starting to forgive him, I'm starting to think that he's either going to die, and it's going to be a character building for Shoto, or he's going to be crippled out of commission. Now, if he was crippled out of commission, I think that would be the worst, you know? I think there would be no point. It would be like, if you're gonna go and take Endeavor out, just take him out, you know? The point is that if you want to build Shoto, why are you gonna keep a loose end there, you know? To apologize to his family later in his weakened state, not forcing their forgiveness, but to just apologize for what he's done to them. I don't think that would be strong. I think either he needs to survive this, he needs to have a moment with, I've already spoiled it, he has to have a heart-to-heart with Dabi, and he needs to, I don't know, yeah, he needs to have a heart-to-heart with Dabi. He needs to either fight Dabi off, or to defeat Dabi, or he dies. Those are the only good things to happen on this, I think. You know? There is the possibility of Hawk sacrificing himself for Endeavor to go on. I think it's too early for Hawks. But even if that does happen, it would advance the story nicely, I think. But I think the best thing is either for Endeavor to die, or to Dabi, or them to have a heart-to-heart with Dabi. I think those would be the best things for me, I think, for the story. I would be the most invested in this arc, and I would be the most happy with how the arc goes. I don't know if this could be a full-blown arc. I don't know. It seems like it's just going to be a mini arc. You know, they're going to have a fight or whatever they're going to do, and then that's going to be the end of the arc, and then it's going to cut to whatever the fuck Deku is doing and stuff. And the class of 1A. I've talked to you, Ethan, before about Dabi giving up being a villain, and you don't like that. You want him to stay a villain or do whatever he wants, but it seems like a perfect candidate to escape from that. You know, he has relations with number one hero. Number one hero gave him reasons to hate heroes, you know, for being fake and stuff. And how he treated his own family. So Dabi, I'm just making this up, obviously, because we haven't had Dabi backstory, but it's not made up, it's more of a hypothesis. Dabi's angry with how, well, he vilifies Endeavor, is a better way to put it. He vilifies fake heroes, and he vilifies what they stand for. And he goes out, and he finds Stain, you know? And what Stain stands for. Stain kills fake heroes, you know? And he only will accept being caught by a true hero like All Might. And that really stuck with Dabi, you know? And that's why he's fighting for the League of Villains. That's what the League of Villains appears to stand for. And that's what it does stand for now, I think, is what Shigaraki's going for. But I don't know if that's really what Shigaraki wants, but he's growing, so we'll see if that's his actual means of what he wants to do. But that's definitely Stain's ideology. Stain's ideology is to be a villain, to kill fake heroes and to cause havoc so true heroes will rise to the top. And so those fake heroes don't. And I think maybe a heart-to-heart with Endeavor and seeing how much of a true hero he might become, you know? Like, maybe he's gonna try to sacrifice himself for Hawks, and then Dabi lays off, and he realizes that his father's actually a true hero now. Maybe he might become not a hero, but a vigilante, or something, you know? Because he just seems to have nomus, and he's by himself. So he might have just ran away from the League of Villains. He might have just told Shigaraki to fuck off, and took some nomus, and decided to just attack Endeavor for becoming #1 hero. Somebody he vilified as his father, theoretically. He vilified his father for being a fake hero, and then the fakest hero becomes #1 hero. So, I don't know how that would even go down, honestly. If Dabi hated Endeavor so much, I can't really see him having that much of a heart-to-heart with him, I guess, is the issue. Or he doesn't really have an idea of how Endeavor can actually have changed. I don't know. I think it would be well if it went throughout a fight and Dabi starts crying at the end. Not because he's losing or not because he's winning, but just because he's starting to realize what he's doing. He's fighting his own dad. He's fighting his dad, and his dad is fighting him. And maybe he doesn't hate his father anymore. Or maybe he didn't hate his father in the first place, and he's just like, you know, I was being an angsty teenager. Not like he doesn't say these out loud, but he's like, through his head, he's thinking of his feelings for his own father, maybe. And then throughout the fight, they start to stop, and they start to, you know, come together. And maybe he gets imprisoned, or whatever, and he's satisfied with that. There's a lot you could do with this, you know. It could be that he's actually having this heart-to-heart, and then after he gets out of prison, he becomes a vigilante or even a hero. Or something that I just thought of out of nowhere is that he's still with the League of Villains. And what he's doing is attacking Endeavor and attacking these cities. And then he's going to place the blame on himself to get into prison. Why would he want to get into prison? Well, he committed a huge crime. Sorry for the garage, by the way. He committed a huge crime. Worthy of maximum security. What could this maximum security mean? Well, it may be the same place where Stain and All For One are. Let that sink in. What if this is a fucking 3D chess move by Shigaraki, trying to get into the prison to get All For One, making this the first step of the jailbreak arc? I'll leave that up to you.